And we are live. Let's try to get Justin on all scopes, on all platforms. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Good evening, guys.
What's goody? We back, we back,
guys. Happy Thursday. Come on in.
Come on, pile up, get a good seat now. Let's get into this conversation. We need some heavy feedback today, all right? So we need y'all to log in and let's hear something from you. Let me get some comments down there. Let's get some questions. You know, it's good to be back, y'all. I know a lot of people didn't know we were back up and running. A little impromptu last week, but we back in the roll of things. You know, we here to spice it up and get down to these real solutions, these real problems.
Absolutely.
And come up with some real solutions if we can.
Absolutely. Hey, we see you, Facebook. We see you, IG. Come on in. We want to say, first off, thank you for everyone who always comes in and supports and watches us every week.
Appreciate y'all.
And for sharing, for sending comments, for sending feedback. We love, and appreciate you. Please continue to share, like, and subscribe to our YouTube page, The Doctor and the Realist, if you haven't already done so. Again, to all our faithful people who follow us and love us, support us, and pray for us, we thank you so very much.
And we appreciate anybody that's tuned in, really looking for some kind of help in their relationship and whatever situation they're going to. The topic pertains, welcome to our forum. We're glad to have you. Any newcomers, thank you. We appreciate y'all. For y'all that don't know, for those that do, we don't have to make any special introductions. If you this is not your first show, you know what the brand is about.
Absolutely.
So let's get in it.
Let's get in this topic.
Keep the change.
So, topic tonight is courting dead in this act bad, sneaky link era?
I know that was a lot.
Yes.
So let's say that one more time.
Is courting dead in this act bad, sneaky link era. So, babe, you want to tell people what courting is for those who don't know?
So we define courting as making intentions to be with somebody, actually taking somebody out and trying to woo them into a relationship with the intention of marriage. That's what it actually says in the definition if you go to the Google, Okay. But courting we can use loosely. You can also say dating, dealing with, messing with, whatever contemporary term you want to take. But courting specifically is traditionally, what the man would call and take a young lady out on a date, or first and foremost get the approval of her parents so she knows she's not going out with just anybody. And then he would do his best to try to impress her to hopefully get into a relationship.
So I'm going to jump right in. I feel that no longer exists, right?
We don't do that no more.
Listen, me personally, I'm not going to blame men or just women. I feel nowadays it's both. I feel sorry, women are a mess nowadays. I feel like men are a mess nowadays. It's just, this is just a society we live in where I feel that people do not respect or value the person that they're with, whether you're a male or a female. Social media, of course, plays a huge part because nothing is sacred anymore. People put their business and things they're going through on social media, argue on social media. People do not say and communicate.
You know how that go. I'm gonna air him out.
Toxic behaviors, and also too, people have this image and vision of what love should look like. I want you to know social media majority is not real. When you see these famous people tricking on these girls, doing this, doing that, reality stars, that's not real. And I feel like society, people, they feel like that, oh, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. I'm going to start going with the women. Women are doing our thing. We're the CEOs, we're the business owners, we're the entrepreneurs, we're running companies now.
And girls are players too.
Hey. I didn't get to that part yet.
Shit.
So,
let it be said who we talking to.
Wait. Women are doing their thing. But,
they are.
So you have women who are like, I'm independent, I'm this, I can take care of this. And then on the other hand, they want a man to take care of them too. If you don't have this much money, if you don't look like this, if you can't do this for me, then I don't want to be with you. And the expectations are unrealistic.
Expectations.
And then I feel like because women a lot are the breadwinners. A lot are bringing in the money. A lot of women run the household, and maybe not by choice. Pandemic switched that around a lot. Role reversal is a big thing, and there's nothing wrong when the roles reverse. But I feel like that's when they start to, you know, make men feel less of who they are because they make the money, and they have these high expectations that aren't real. Women, get it together. Get it together. And I feel like with women, there's no privacy. There's no sacredness of your body or who you are, because social media portrays, just put everything out there. And it's
not even social media. I would say society in the whole. And I think that's a great point that you brought up with since the gender roles have been blurred, because at this point we don't know who's man, who's female, who's other, who, no disrespect to anybody's preference, but it's so much acceptance to whatever that there's no protocol, there's no set format on how to engage as far as relationship or dating. So courting is definitely a dead practice for most relationships, unfortunately.
And I feel like because women have the upper hand in a lot of things, they feel like they don't have to respect their significant other. See, years ago when it was the stay-at-home mom and the husband was the one working, the woman was the one home making all the kids, the woman knew how to respect her husband. You understand? The woman knew how to respect her household. The woman knew how to talk to her husband of things and not make him feel less regardless. But now women are like, well, I do this, I make the money, I'm this, I'm that. I'm this entrepreneur, I'm a business person, or I have a good job, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. And they feel like you still don't have to cater to your significant other.
Well, I mean, in a sense, what we're talking about is a lot of these women that we are specifically referring to are single. This is why they don't have a mate. They don't have a significant other. So there's nothing to consider. There's nothing to respect.
No. Go ahead.
And I'm saying it in most terms, if you are in a relationship and you're not respecting your significant other because of money or whatever the case is, it's going to catch back up to you. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody has an up, everybody has a down. You don't understand that relationships is not about how strong one party is, but how both of you work together.
Okay.
That's why it's a relationship.
Okay.
And in this world of you can't do nothing for me, you can't pay my bills, you ain't got that type of car, where you got this, what you got going for you, you ain't waiting for all of that. And those unrealistic expectations makes a man not even want to be romantic nowadays. A man doesn't want to court you because all we see, what we've been taught in a response to these gender roles being blurred and financial situations being switched, is that all women are gold diggers. Y'all all want something from us, and even when you do get what you ask for, you're never happy. Those expectations are limitless. And then the crazy thing is, the ones that are demanding all of this ain't got a pot to fucking piss in. They usually the brokest, poorest broads, spent their last money on that spliff and that sewing, and they ain't even got enough to feed their damn self. But they want you to bring out the cast and cream. Okay, they want you to whip out the red carpet special for their trifling ass. Nah.
Wait, okay, I gotta get on the bed now.
Nah, that you
all right,
get.
hold that.
Y'all get the gas face.
No, okay, I'm about to get. Let's get to these men.
Let's keep it funky. Let's get it funky. All right, you want to talk about the hoochie daddies? Get the hoochie.
The hoochie daddies.
Don't let no hoochie daddies out there. All my hoochie daddies out there. Don't let these women bring you down, King. Be the best hoochie you can be. They've been doing this since the beginning of the time.
I know a lot of people in the dating world. I have clients, friends, family, whoever who's in the dating world. And I am like, what is wrong with these men today? These men have become very lazy. They become very lazy.
Is it lazy?
Yes. I feel that men have become very lazy.
I think it's more expected. Because, a lot of guys will go and spend that Cheesecake Factory $90 to $120 on appetizing, the meal, and then a brother won't even get a pat on the back.
Listen.
Like, I'm not saying we exchanging food for relations, but traditionally, if you're talking about the whole court and dating shit, that was it.
Yes.
If I'm spending cash, if I'm getting you a steak, you getting a filet mignon and shrimp with the lobster, and you had the nerve to order another meal for man that's back home when you get up.
We got our first good comment.
I'm not with it.
It says they think laying on their back and hanging their head off the bed is equal payment, but some men like that codependent women.
I mean, hey, to each his own, man. To each his own. But I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times those women that lay on their back, we disappointed.
Who disappointed?
The men that had spent that $200 to $300 on courting them for that night. Let me tell you something. You know what's reality to you women nowadays? I'm being real with y'all. You know, I get heavy on y'all because, you know, I seen it. Thank God I found my wife, man. Because I would never get married if I had to still deal with y'all out there. Okay? I'm just let that shit be said.
There's some good women out there. Yeah, there's some good women.
They hard to find. Okay? I don't even think they're able to be found. I think they have to be cultivated. They might have most of the good resources, but to get them there where the wife material, it's going to take a lot of work. But we ain't going to get into all that. I'm just telling you, for the most part, the expectations of these women out here, okay, it's so top. Now, we talking about, you don't hear no guys talk about hot girl summer.
So
yeah, well, no. It's a hot girl summer, right? Mm-mm. So not only am I supposed to trick on you to make sure you feel good and empowered, but I'm also supposed to play a simp. Because that's safety to you, okay? So take advantage of me, flirt whatever man you want to be, do whatever you want, have sex, you're independent, right? You got all the money. The men been doing it for years, right? This your time to catch up, right, ladies? Right? But then you expect a man to be loyal at home.
But listen,
when you're done tricking.
No, I think maybe. But listen, what's wrong with these men with all these mommy issues? Or listen,
can we stick with one thing at a time?
Wait, okay, we'll get back to the women.
Because the women
but I was still talking about the men. Listen,
the women are the mommies.
Okay,
you're the woman.
Okay, listen, I'm talking about this generation, right? Not the ones that has boys growing up. Hopefully, mothers will learn. Men with these mommy mental health trauma issues that was never dealt with as kids. So, men, do you want a strong, independent woman or do you want a mother?
I don't want a strong, independent woman if that means I got to be a bum ass nigga whenever I don't give you what you want.
Okay.
Whenever I didn't meet the expectation that you had in your mind. Yes, women out here, babe, I need a car. You know, I'm going to give, babe. I don't want you on a train. We'll get you a nice little used joint. A used joint.
Okay.
What I'm supposed to do with that?
Okay.
Now, let's talk about it. Now, on the flip side, how many women, yo, babe, you know, I got this, you know, I got the delivery service. My car just broken in. Well, what you going to do? I think you better figure it out. Did you ask your mom? Yeah. That's the support that we get in return, okay? So like I said, it became simp behavior. We literally, good guys have to be simps, simpletons.
But listen,
to deal with you, to cater to what you want. A real woman's going to realize, you know what? Anything that I want on this earth, I'm going to get for myself. I ain't going to rely on this man to do it. He's going to be an addition to my hustle. Okay. Now, that's a real woman. Okay, this hot girl summer shit, passing all that STD shit you doing out there, cause you so sexy and whatever the bullshit, STV, I don't know what it's called nowadays. Shit, I've been out of this so long, I don't know. It's stay away. I'm just saying, you women got the worst effing attitudes in the world. You hear it on the radio, you see it in the acting roles. Half a damn BET Black got all these situation comedies where these dudes are being cheated on. Faithful men, preaching men, healing men, working men, loving men, stay-at-home dads, and then their wife made a mistake. I'm pregnant with your best friend's baby. Yeah. Okay. When the last time a hoochie daddy been pregnant with your best friend baby?
It happens all the time.
I'm sure I do, but I done retired my hoochie daddy status. And for some time now, so I can't give any updates on exactly how my boys get down. But I hear some things. I'm out here still keep my ear to the streets now. Okay. So you between the hoochie daddies and the hot girl summers. You know what I'm saying?
Sneaky link. I want to get to the sneaky.
No, but sneaky link can be either or. Sneaky link is the result of basically a hot girl summer and a hoochie daddy. Okay?
Okay.
You meet up with somebody in those areas, those parties. Now see everybody, the big thing is Freaknik. Bring Freaknik back. Lord knows you're still recovering from the first Freakniks. Okay, there's no, we shouldn't be bringing no Freakniks back. But since you got that ratchet and it never dies, you link up with these people outside. You know that term, I'm outside.
Some people may like Freakniks. Some people, but listen, why is it so hard for people to date and find someone that's good? And then listen to this, right? I'm realizing this. A lot of older men, grown men, I want to say 35 and up, now they dating little girls.
What's a little girl? Let's keep this clear because we don't survive R. Kelly now. Don't be making these allegations now. I need to know what a little girl is classified as.
If you're 35 and you dating someone more than 8 years younger than you.
So, okay.
Well,
so
maybe, let me see.
Okay.
Because let me say, when you were 16, she was 8. That's a bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I get
maybe
you. Maybe
10, but that's a little girl.
Russell Simmons did it.
And he's nasty.
No. Russ did it and it was okay. Ain't nobody said nothing when Russ did it, right? And now Russ crying about he broke. The homegirl, Key Lele, blowing the bag in the retirement. Yeah.
Listen, I just feel like older men, like I said, that go for young little girls, right? Is because one, they could mess with their mind, they can influence them.
Let me tell you something.
And they don't want an older woman that will check their behavior.
Now I get that, and I have a daughter. Okay, I got a teenager, so I'm very mindful of anybody being in my face or me being in anybody's face. Okay, first and foremost. But a lot of these little girls in this new generation are built different. They ain't the same little girls that they was 20 years ago. Okay, these I don't know, it's something in the milk, some hormone. These girls got full breasts and they outside. I don't see they parent. I don't see no responsibility. I don't see no nothing. Men are hunters. You know what I'm saying? They killing and find out what's what. It is. I'm not, it's an unaccepted practice. But what I'm saying is, if these little girls are really little girls, why are they making themselves available to grown men?
First of all, because cognitively they think it's cute. Listen, I'm gonna put it like this. When I was in high school, and everybody here who knows, when we were in high school, I had friends, we were 15, 16, 17, who dated boys that were out of high school, that were 4, 5, 6 years older, and we didn't think nothing of it. Oh, so-and-so's dating so-and-so, and they 22 and we 16. We didn't think nothing of it.
But foolishness on your part.
Of course. But when you're, as a little girl, we're not thinking like, oh, this person's a pedophile. I'm only 16. What does this 23-year-old want with me? We didn't know any better.
You do realize that shit. Because that same 15-year-old that grew up with you, that likes you, that want to be your age, that's on the shit that you on, that want to deal with teenager shit, you told him he's a cornball. You told him you didn't want to deal with him because he's immature. I like my men older.
I know.
Okay, so don't put all the shit on the little
grown I didn't put it on the grown men. I said it's girls. I said it's girls.
Like I said, the grown in the bone ass women out here, okay, with the big butts and the big breasts, you cannot tell who's who until she opens her mouth. Then it's like, okay, this is a kid.
Okay.
Let's be real out here.
Okay, now I'm not talking about when you talk to a female, you think she's older. I'm talking about someone who. Older men who intentionally say, I'm gonna date young girls because I can train them, I can mold them.
But where does that come from?
I don't know. Insecurity.
You blame the mother. Didn't you just say mothers are responsible for all mothers be effing these boys up?
They do.
Didn't you say mothers be allowing this shit up? Okay. And I'm gonna check. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't even come up right. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to make a real valid point here.
Okay.
It's crazy to me that women will accept, right? The mother fucking up their son and he dealing with the wrong women and all the other bullshit.
Okay.
But you won't accept when the mother when the son finds a healthy relationship and the mother ain't with it.
Ooh. You know why? Because
don't marry her. I got a bad feeling about her. You can't trust her.
Ooh.
You gotta learn. You gotta learn how to get her to manage her money better.
Talk about it.
What's she doing for you? Yeah. But if you got the nigga that's going upside your head, oh, he's so cute, but you need to make sure he don't put his hands on you. But you set an example of a man putting his hands on you and staying with him. Yeah, Yeah, ladies, y'all always love to defer. It's always the guys as a dog, but girls are players too. You hear what I'm saying to you? Girls are players too. All right? I'm going to say at least when we had the bag and we went to court and shit like that, we were real sneaky about the sneaky link. The crazy shit with y'all is when y'all sneaky link, y'all fucking delusional. It never happened. I didn't deal with so-and-so. That's his word over mine. You got a bunch of information from us going through our phones, invading our privacy, doing a whole bunch of fucking ratchet broad shit to get that information. And then you want to throw it in our face and be like, I want you to go back to being healthy. I want you to go back to loving me. I want you to go back to being the man I envision you to be.
Yes.
Are you crazy? Y'all sipping on something heavier than the brown. I'm telling you right now. Let's be real. And come on now. Hot girl summer. Y'all started that shit.
Okay.
Y'all started that. When I gotta hear Megan shaking it and twerking it. What's that song now? Y'all seen the flyer, act bad, act bad, act bad, act bad. Ain't y'all tired of acting bad? That act bad shit is the reason why there's sneaky links. That act bad is the reason why he got a baby on the way and he ain't tell you yet. Woo. That act bad is why you slept with his mans and you can't tell if it's his baby or yours. Okay. All right. Clutch the pearls. Yeah, a lot of people like, oh, shit, he mad today. That's damn right. Let's get into it, ladies. So because y'all love to push that shit on us.
So okay, let's talk about what's.
I got you. Where you at? Shit. I'm all please get in the chat and disagree with me. I would love to explain my part further. Come on now. Come on. I know y'all watching. Don't get turned off now. Come on, don't get turned on now. We here to get down to the bottom of this because for years we've been told that we ain't shit. For years we've been told, even when we get the money, he's a player. He can't do this. Meanwhile, a lot of these guys are providing for their family. You know, I know we've had a terrible stint of deadbeat dads that just couldn't get it right and didn't want to deal with you for whatever relationship, wasn't ready to be a father, wasn't ready to be a husband, whatever the excuse is. But there's a lot of great men that swallowed that responsibility, that are loyal. Whenever their wife go out the door, she creeping with who knows who. And they come home and get an attitude with you. Check that shit out. Ain't that something? That's how your loyalty get rewarded. Like I said, you either a simp, meaning you so dumb you don't want to question that she could be doing something crazy. You understand? Oh, I love her so much. Ain't no much damn love in the world. Okay? And if you're shedding yourself with all these men and you have a loyal, loving men at home, clearly you don't love yourself.
So let me ask you a question. Why is it? Because I believe there are good women out there. I know some.
I know one. Can't speak for the rest of you hussies.
Don't talk about your husband.
Man, let that shit go, man. Please stop defending toxic people. It's not even a woman thing. Because a lot of shit too, men can be bitches too. Men act like bitches most of the time. I'm gonna be real with you. We've been raised by our mother. A lot of us ain't been there with our father, so we don't know how to not go into bitch mode when we get into conflict. Let's be real. This is not completely just the women.
Thank you. It's not just completely the women.
But now that y'all got the bag, now that you got the opportunity, now that you have these jobs and these influence, it seems like y'all know better than us. Girls is players too. Y'all still letting niggas that ain't supposed to hit. Excuse my language. Y'all still dealing with relationships where this man treated you like garbage. You ain't ready for Russell Wilson because you still worried about your future.
Oh.
Yeah, I took it there. A lot of y'all not even prepared to keep a Russell Wilson because you too worried about your future. Your spirit is tied to future. You love that toxic shit. You still in the back of your mind, I know he's no good for me, but I could change it. We have a bond. That ain't what it's about, sweetheart. If you really love yourself, you want to put yourself in that position.
Yes. True story.
Damn, the comments are quiet out there. Did everybody log off? I must have hit your asses with something too hot. Where you at, ladies? Where's the whole haven?
Okay.
Where's the response?
Wait, I'm gonna respond.
Go ahead, my love.
I have a question, right? Women, we get in the bag, a little more brazen than normal, right? We out doing our thing, whatever we can. But still, why is it that men still aren't courting women? Why is it there still men who just still feel broken and they treat good women bad? Like men like toxic women too. Men like toxic women too because they stay in toxic relationships just as much.
I disagree.
That woman's not fighting herself.
That's cap.
That woman's not fighting herself.
That's cap.
How?
Men don't love toxic women. We love toxic sex. We love sporadic, crazy, some shit that we wouldn't expect to do. We love the encounters. We don't love your crazy ass. We don't love that toxic bust out my windows, creeping through my window, going through my phone shit. No man loves that. Okay? This is a condition that has developed out of this ratchet ass behavior that we allow and we have. Yeah, okay, yeah, we like the girls that twerk. Come on, everybody likes the shiniest car. But that don't mean that got the best transmission in it. That don't mean that joint's gonna drive the best. That don't mean that's gonna get you the best gas. You know what I'm saying? But everybody likes a nice shiny car. Okay. When you find out all that twerk is just that booty, you disappointed. Okay. You're like, damn, I put all this damn attention for this. She don't even love herself. But you want me to make you my wife. Y'all gotta understand, man, a lot of y'all not prepared to be wives. Okay? Y'all so afraid of being alone. Y'all so afraid of not having somebody that you rather be in hell. Ain't that a song SZA say? I'd rather be in hell than be alone. That's what y'all on. And when a man tells you you're not the one for him, you still deal with him. Y'all go back to those men that reject you. You go back to those men that are womenizers, that are narcissistic, that get in your mind. That's the one you sweating and stressing over. Because when you get the one that ain't like that, guess what happens?
He's quiet.
I'm bored. He's
like
so
him.
Boring.
Very true. I hear it all the time.
He's so boring. He's so corny. I'm so tired of him. He don't never do nothing. He like, I see that turn up outside. And they on the bikes there. Woo, they made me feel young again. It made me feel alive. Ooh, I want a hoochie daddy. Yeah.
Hoochie daddy.
That's what y'all want. Y'all want that hoochie daddy. That's what y'all want, right? Y'all want that safe dude. Y'all want my man that's sitting here trying to respect you for what it is. And I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, that's messed up that you can't appreciate a good man because you don't love yourself. That's what it all boils down. And don't think you wise or exempt just because you're married and somebody married to you. A lot of you are suffering in silence in your relationships. You hate who you are so much that you'll never allow your spouse to have better.
Oh,
you'll never allow your spouse to be happy.
I gotta repeat that for the people in the back. You hate yourself so much. You hate yourself so much that you will never allow your spouse to have happiness.
Yeah.
Very common.
Yeah.
Very common.
That's real talk.
Because I see in couples where someone rather stay in a relationship and hurt someone or continue the toxic relationship as opposed to letting the person go because they're unhappy with themselves.
Exactly, because guess what? And if that person leaves, who I'm stuck with?
Absolutely.
Me.
And then you don't
Same person I don't love.
Listen, you don't want to change, you don't want to get better, you don't want to work on the marriage, you just want to stay in this cycle and find every excuse to stay in this toxic relationship because you don't love yourself. You don't love yourself. If you don't love yourself, how can anybody else genuinely love you?
That's a great point.
If you don't love, and I ask this to my clients, I said, do you love yourself? Do you like yourself?
It's easy to say that. Oh, yeah, of course I love myself.
But I haven't really think.
Of course I love myself.
So you know what my follow-up question is? What do you love about yourself? And then it's the superficial. I'm nice. I'm loyal. I'm a good friend.
I believe in God.
That's a big. I believe in God.
Who don't?
I have
the devil believe in the devil believe in God.
Yeah. No. What do you love about yourself?
You don't. That's what it boils down to.
I challenge everyone on here. If you don't write it here, but we get off this call, ask yourself. Go look in the mirror and say, "Do I love myself? Do I look at myself?" And this is men and women, because there's a lot of men that don't love themselves. Do I look at myself every day and say, I love myself? I'm a great person. I love who I am, good, bad, and different. Whether I have a fresh haircut, whether I don't, whether I got a wig, weave, big booty, small booty, big boobs.
Whether my hairline on decline.
Do I love myself? Because if you can love yourself and be genuinely happy with yourself in all facets of your life, it'll be so easy for your soulmate to love you with no problem.
Now I'm gonna go out on a plank right now, okay? Because I'm hitting the brown and hit, and I'm just all types of notions coming to my brain right now. It's even worse than just not loving yourself, ladies. You know what's so crazy? You don't want to fix what you know is broken inside of you, but it's your expectation for your mate to fix it. Do you know how fucking toxic? Do you know how unreal? Do you know how petty and traumatic that way of thinking is? Absolutely. No one can change you. No one can fix you until you get into that situation where you're actually confronting what hurt you, or you're actually admitting who you are for your sins, your flaws, all the shit that you lie about. You're never going to get to a place of acceptance.
Yep.
Which means that you're constantly going to be expecting somebody else to move accordingly to your drama.
And you'll never be happy.
You're not loyal. You're unhappy with yourself. So the first chance you get, you go cheat with somebody that's not the one you're in a relationship with. Guess what happens? You get away with it, just like men used to. Now, men, we used to be guilty about it. Women, you come home, that never happened. I don't know who that is. That never happened to me, and I would never explain that to him.
So what do men think? Do y'all think the same thing?
No. We think, damn, I have my cake, but I know I can't eat it too. If I share this with her, she's going to leave me because I'm happy and she's not. I got something that she didn't approve of. I got something that she couldn't control. So guess what? I'm keeping that shit to myself. Yeah. I'm being real, man. I don't know no other way to be, man. I'm trying to tell you. And I know a lot of y'all like, oh, you're so hard on the family. You're so hard on the ladies. Listen, this is trial and error, man. I've seen a lot of good guys get played.
Yep.
For these women that just simply don't love themselves.
Yes.
Okay? And this is what society promotes. So society has more love for a woman that's a porn star. She gets less flack than a woman that's broke, or a woman taking care of her king.
Why?
Because sex is power.
Sex is power.
Sex is influential. And if you're entertaining sexually, everything that's toxic about you doesn't matter. It's the same thing with a rapper. You could have a second grade education, okay? But if you making it flip, making it dip, damn, she in her mood. God damn, she in her mood. I ain't coming at ice. I like ice, but those remedial raps, they ain't teaching our sisters how to deal with their emotions. They're not teaching them how to prepare for motherhood. It's not teaching them how to respect themselves. It's not teaching them how to heal themselves when their fathers haven't been in their lives. How to foster positive, healthy relationship with males. Do you know how many women are still blaming men for what's wrong with them?
Yes.
Yeah, come on here. Oh no, if he wasn't a dog, if he wasn't this, I wouldn't. No, it's you. Who took the pooch home? Who brought that dog home? Meanwhile, we a dog, but you ain't a bitch. I don't make the rules. I just report the score. All right? City girls still up, right? City boys can't even be city boys no more. Because if we have too much fun, that ain't allowed. That ain't allowed.
Okay, so
am I not speaking? Listen, I feel like I'm speaking the truth right here. Am I crazy? Can I get at least one dude in here to give me a thumb up or a damn, you killing them right now? Because I know I'm speaking the truth right now, yo. And like I said, only way I can even speak like this is because I got the opposite. I literally got the best woman on the planet. I got someone that's going to consider. You know, my wife. I always tease my wife about this. I always be like, you know, you're getting older now, and you know, you're 40s. I hope you don't go through this whole phase.
I'm not 40 yet.
Okay, I keep hitting her with that. She's like, nah, what is that? She didn't even know what a whole phase was. She didn't even, you know what I'm saying? My wife is so, I don't want to say innocent, naive. You know, she's so.
Say it.
I mean, you're innocent. You know what I'm saying? You have such a happy, unfiltered or smutted up mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, since a teenager, all I've been thinking about is sex. How to have good sex, bad sex, wild sex, sex I seen on porn, sex I want to try, sex I had a dream of. That's all we think about. Guys. But when I meet a woman that sex is not even like a thing for her, she's just like, oh, I like pleasing you. I like how you make me feel. I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about no threesomes and nothing like these women out here like, girl, I'm gonna fuck him and I'm gonna fuck someone. So I bet you. Like that.
Hey fam.
Like that's you get a chip on your shoulder for
Dana.
that.
I know you love you, D. D said she love me some D. Yes, D, yes.
Listen. I need some fellas on here, man. I need some y'all. I mean, I know ladies on here like this nigga on, he crazy, he don't know what he's talking about, blah, blah, blah. But look, listen, if I am wrong, please, I invite any. Please come in the comments and explain to me what I'm missing, okay? Because I've been seeing the majority of women out here that's moving foul. They've been moving for years. And once they get what they want, they either move on to another relationship by way of cheating, because you know how it is, monkey bar daters.
Those are preach, my brother, straight facts.
Throw that family in there, okay?
Listen.
Monkey bar daters. I never even heard of that term until my wife told me. That's when you don't hold on to other relationships before you let go of another one. I said, what? That's a thing?
Monkey bar daters.
All of y'all do that. All of y'all. Y'all don't never want to let go of one till you.
But listen, all right, I'm gonna have to come at the men.
Let's go. Hoochie daddies.
Listen, I'm gonna have to come at the men. Right? Let's talk about the men that go from woman to woman to woman for someone to take care of them.
Yeah. Yes, because we can.
Okay, but it's
we've been taking care of y'all since Adam and Eve.
So what?
We've been taking care of y'all since Adam and Eve.
I don't care. So listen, that's why women act so ruthless because they're like, why should I be taking care of a grown man?
No, it's not that. That's an excuse that you use. It's not about that.
So what is it then?
You know why you don't want to take care of a grown ass man? Because you're used to doing it already. Yeah. Yeah. We're supposed to motivate you and move on till we get our own so we can take care of you and you can stop doing it, right? But everybody falls. How many women fell on hard times and men were there without no return?
Very true.
How many times men would you give them their last dollar in their pocket to make sure you and your kids can eat tonight? Yeah. Okay. Those guys don't never get there. Oh, men ain't this, men. Come on, man. It was already designed for men to have multiple women.
So is it because
modern society said that was wrong? So but that's nature.
So I'm gonna kind of sum stuff. So is it that men are not courting women anymore because they already expect the negativity from the woman? So they're like, why should I have to court you when all I could do is just link up with you, do what we do, and then I could determine if I want to keep dealing with you or not?
Exactly. Why go out my way and cast and cream somebody and I already got the milk? If you delivering the milk because you wanted this pipe, it's a fair trade. How my man DMX said, you blaze me, I blaze you, you blaze me. Okay? No, y'all don't want that. Y'all want to be paid. Y'all want to be in a relationship. And you also want to be free enough to do it with whoever else comes along that's better than me. Oh, y'all don't think we know about that? Oh, I'm just with him until something better comes along. Yeah, I'm just used to him. That's why you take care of us. Because you're scared of being alone by your fucking self. Because then you got to deal with your ugliness. Okay? You actually have to put in work to make yourself more approachable, better.
And not physical ugliness. We're talking about inside.
Okay, sometimes it's both. Sometimes a lot of y'all be walking around with the bed head, with the head wrap and all that other shit. What's the name of it? With the bonnet, with the spiritual bonnet on, okay? Men, we done been through a lot of bullshit with y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. And you know what's so crazy? The men that had this shit together, the dudes is fly, we in our suits, we clean, we brush our teeth, we wash our ass, we do everything that we supposed to do. And you know who you cheat on us with? The dirtiest butt dude you could find. My man Fresh Out, the one you've been answering the collect calls for, the one's your pen pal.
Your pen pal.
When he finally get released, he get a piece. Did you hear what I said? When they finally get released, he get a piece.
Listen, we don't
now come on there and tell me when I'm lying. Somebody on there tell me I'm lying. Come on now, I'm on one today. It's raw truth. We bring it back to Dr. and the Realist. Full-fledged, all right? Let's go. Yeah. I say, damn, the Quam, they must have had arthritis in their hands. Cat must got your fingers. Because ain't nobody answering shit. Because they know I'm right. I'm telling you, boo. I'm telling you. Listen, I love women. I love you. I love my daughters. I love everybody else. But it's my job as a man to protect you from these evil-ass women out there. Because these evil men out there, They already see me. They not gonna deal with. It's the evil women I gotta worry about. Those becomes your friends. Those become your associates. Those become manipulating your events and where you go. Let's go take a girls trip. Okay, now you want to hit with the girls trip shit. You want to hit with the girls trip?
That's a whole other episode.
I just want to reference it real quick because a girls trip that may be the one thing that y'all do that may be somewhat wholesome. Okay?
Yes.
Because when a dude goes on a guy's trip, we trying to fuck.
Oh, wait, someone said, but what about when a man has a good wife at home and still cheats with a hood rat? Yes.
Because her sex is whack. That hood rat know how to do flips. That hood rat know how to swallow. That hood rat know how to do all types of tricks that your ass said, I don't do that. You too prudish to do that. And instead of
only about the sex?
No, instead of learning from her or meeting halfway to meet my needs,
but what if
you get mad at me?
But what about
in the arts of seduction?
What about because I've seen where some men just cheat and they have a great woman at home.
That lust, man. That lust is a deterrent, man. Listen, man. Samson got set up by Delilah. Did y'all know Samson was married? I never knew that. My brother broke this down to me in church this past weekend. Yo, Samson was married. He had a whole wife.
From the Bible, guys.
And still let some other broad cut his hair, cut his power, and set him up.
Mm-hmm. So what about if the wife did all that? Temptation is
wife don't do all of that. Wife don't do all of that. Wife will never do all of that. Let me tell you something. A hood rat got her special powers. Y'all limit and really, really underestimate a hood rat's power. Okay? There's twerking, and then there's a hood rat twerking. Okay? There's having sex, and then there's a hood rat having sex. I promise you, on behalf of all the fellas, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. See, the crazy shit is, though, she'll do all of that, not expecting the man, and then get the man. You won't do none of that. Have the man and lose the man. Whew. I'm going too fast for y'all out there, right? He is on one tonight.
My husband is on one tonight. And I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't sure how this conversation was going to go.
I told her I was going to keep it real with you.
He said he was going to go in, and I just was like, it's all you, bet. But
I'm just sharing. So I'm just sharing life, man. If y'all disagree with me, please give me your part on the side. I respect it. I respect my wife's take on a lot of things, even though half the time she be talking about when it comes to smutting and all that other world. Goodness. That's a secret world. That's an underworld. It's either you was there or you wasn't. You can't really make that up. I don't make the rules to the Seeky Link. I don't understand why women are oversexed. I don't understand why women don't appreciate good men.
But why does a woman have to be oversexed? Why can't women enjoy sex just as much as men?
Because sexuality is everywhere. Listen, don't you think most of these girls, once they realize what they have, it weaponizes their sexuality? When you can see a grown man is going to dig in his pocket just by the way you look, that's weaponizing your shit.
Clients, someone says, I did all of that and he still did it anyway. And he said he just wanted his cake and
I don't know.
He said the guy said to her he wanted his cake and eat it too.
All right. Well, listen. Sometimes that's a situation. I'm gonna be honest with you. Different strokes for different folks. You know, some dudes agree. You know, some dudes are very instead of just saying agree, they're very polyamorous. Curious. Now they want to have the multiple relationships and multiple women type of relationship, but they're not able to provide for these women. And it's not just financial. You got to understand, once you have a woman and you have a relationship that you're willing to sacrifice for, it's more than just providing her financial stuff. It becomes a whole emotional dependency. Okay? When she's feeling bad about herself, some of those things that need to be fixed that she don't want to fix, you have to learn how to engage in that and not throw that in her face, because then you become narcissistic. You become controlling. You become you mind fuck her, so to speak.
Absolutely.
So our good pipe game, that's when that becomes weaponized. Mm-hmm. Because we know if we can make you get your nut, we can treat you like a nut. We could do whatever we want to you. We don't have to respect you. Okay, in most cases. When we find a woman that's something different from what we've been taught, something we've been experienced for, those are the women that we sacrifice for. Okay?
Okay.
They're women that I've gotten the first night, and they're women that I've had a year before I got it. I'll be honest with you, in my past. One is not better than the other. It just was what that person required. It was what that person wanted to connect on. If I was focusing on sex, that person got me to see that a friendship was to be gained instead of sex.
Okay.
Or if you meet somebody that you're just clicking with so much, you don't say you want to ruin things with sex, but you don't want to give them the climax, so to speak. You still want to give them something that's going to engage them, something that's a
so that's courting.
It is. Well, you know what courting really came from? That's a traditional old school thing, but I think in today's times, a lot of dudes are broke. And since we're broke, we have to learn how to be more charming without money. So since we couldn't take you to the 5-star restaurant, we couldn't take you to the, buy your car and all that other superficial bullshit. We had to get real creative. Dude broke out the arts and crafts, made her take a letter, took it to something where, like, yo, come watch me play ball. And, showed her that you was good at it. Like, we had to get really, really charming and very creative. And I'm speaking from one of the guys that didn't have the bread like that. I told my wife too the other day, I said, honest with you, I spent the most money I ever had with you. You the relationship with, because any of my relationships in the past, I didn't have it and you ain't going to get it. So don't fuck with me then. But they still dealt with me, making a woman laugh. Making a woman laugh and really, really like, yo, that is one of those engaging qualities that a man that necessarily won't have money, but it's more valuable than the dude that does have money.
Yes.
He's more interesting. He's more entertaining. He's more charming. He's funny. I can't believe he's so crazy. That's what engages somebody. That's what makes somebody want to take it to the next level with you. Not because you bought this.
Yeah.
And then and half the time when those dudes buy that stuff, you don't even appreciate it. It's always a bigger bag. It's always a nicer car.
Yes.
It's always more money you could have got.
So we posed the question, is courting in today's time, dead?
Dead.
It absolutely is. No one courts anyone anymore. You meet on social media.
Headshot.
That's it. No one courts anymore. You meet someone, you like them, you get together. A lot of people getting married very quick too, because the older you get, you want to hurry and get married if you've been divorced or whatever the case may be. But no one courts anyone anymore. Again, no one wants to.
It's dead.
Yes, it's dead.
Finito. I love it. I love how it just popped up.
Yes.
Dead.
Yes. Someone said, my husband said I was the person who made him the happiest he has ever been in his life, and he still cheated.
Well, every situation. I can't speak for every man. And to speak to this also, there are a lot of great women out there getting cheated on by hoochie daddies.
Yeah.
Dudes that cannot keep their shit in their pants. Yeah. I'm talking about these guys drop their kid off at daycare and they trying to smash the teacher.
And again, that's the other
smash everybody.
Let me tell people. I want to tell people something again too. And this is more clinical side. Cheating is a personal act.
Selfish.
It's a personal and it's selfish act.
That's
most
the you
people,
thing.
Listen,
that's not a us.
That's not
a
us
you thing.
Most people think they get cheated on. Oh, I wasn't good enough. I was this. I was that. Why'd you do this to me? When someone cheats, it's not about you.
Yeah, they're not.
It's about what I want to do.
Not intentionally.
Most cases, it's not intentionally about. No matter how good you are, because people, beautiful, handsome, fat, skinny, tall, thick, twerk, this, sexy, this. All people get cheated on. We look at all these famous people: J-Lo, Janet, Halle. All cheated on. Beyonce. We
love you, J-Lo. We love you, Halle. We love you, Janet.
Yes.
If you're watching.
Yes. They have money. They're successful. They've been in the game. They're beautiful. Do we know if they're crazy or not? What woman's not crazy?
Listen, I hate to hit it. I hate to hit at the top of the mountain, but Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. 444. Check out the album. He said it himself.
Listen, so cheating, infidelity is a selfish, personal act.
It is.
It's not about you. I'm not doing most times. I'm not cheating on you to hurt you intentionally. I'm cheating on you because A, I want to. 2, the opportunity was there. 3, the person is down for the cause. They know 98% of the time, the person knows that there's somebody else.
Yes.
Married couples cheat with each other all the time because it's convenient. No one's gonna mess up their marriage. I talk to married cheating couples all The time. It has nothing to do. It's because I want to do it because I can. It's because I'm bored. It's because I feel like I'm missing something. Sometimes it is my husband or wife, they don't give me this, and this anymore, but I want to do something else for me. They're not trying to intentionally hurt that person. And I'm going to tell you something, and this is pretty honest. Men lie more about cheating than women do because
trying to protect your feelings.
Men really they don't want to deal with from the woman. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna be real with you, ladies. Most of us would love to tell you, "Yo, I want to smash so and so," but
women
y'all
can't handle it.
You can't.
Women cannot handle.
You can't handle. You're the worst. Go be with her. I can't stand y'all. Well, if you want her so bad, why you here with me? Y'all can't look past the point and just say, you know what? If my man likes that, let me figure out how to meet a common ground with that. Now, listen. I'm not telling you nobody. If you in a situation and you got him following orders and he not straying because you might beat him or whatever the case is, stick to your situation, okay, lady? But if you're going to be an open-minded person, if you're going to be more than a partner, if you're going to be a friend, if you're going to be a companion, if we're going to get through this forever together, because when we get married, that is what the destination is. We're supposed to be there forever. That's just not supposed to have a divorce date, okay? You got to compromise.
And let me tell you something.
You got to compromise.
I'm going to put it to you.
And stop judging a man when he finally tells you what he wants. Y'all act like that shit is irrelevant. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to do that. But every dream, wish you had since you was a Barbie girl playing with dolls and pretending you're wedding, we supposed to sit there and fill in the blanks for you.
Time out. I got to explain something to you. Okay.
Old stuff.
A real man, I feel like this, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like real men, they don't really want to know what you do as a woman.
Hell no, we can't do it.
You can't do it.
Somebody got to die.
If there's a man that's like, I want to know every person you slept with. I want to know everything you've done. They're crazy.
No. Most times,
they're crazy.
They're trying to justify their own shit.
They're trying to justify it, or they're going to throw it in your face
I'm just saying from the guy's standpoint.
Or that's the start of control. That's the start of, because they're going to be like, oh, remember you told me when you was in high school, you slept with 3, 4, 5 people? I don't trust you, so no, you can't go out. Most men don't want to know what their women do. Because why? Because men can't handle it.
Can't handle that.
Women, we be like, please just tell me. I won't get mad. Lies.
Get mad.
Stop telling your significant other you want to know what he really did. Because, one, they're only going to tell you 2% of the truth. Because if a man told you what he really did when he cheated on you, you wouldn't be able to handle it.
Now, that is the effing truth.
If a man told you what he really did and how he felt when he was smashing someone else that wasn't you, you could not handle it. Women, we're already crazy.
Can't handle it and can't move on.
Like,
even after we done told you this shit, we done confessed it our truth. Now, every time you get mad, just like you with that bitch.
Just like when you was
just like you was with her.
Right, when you was so-and-so, right?
Did you bring her here?
So-and-so,
Did you bring her here? Did you? Come on, fam.
It never gets better. Again, cheating is a personal thing. I feel like this. If you're not committed and you decide to commit with someone else, you have to compromise. Whether it's sex, whether it's money, whether it's cooking, whether it's cleaning, whether it's taking care of the kids, whatever it is. If you're in it for the long haul, instead of cheating, talk to your person about it and try to be open-minded. People are not open-minded. It's not all about you.
Yeah.
It's about your other person.
And then you got to figure out too, is this a prison sentence or is this a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't encourage divorce, but if you're at the point where you're not happy, this person is draining your world.
Yes.
They're not trying to change. They're not trying to hear what you need. Mm-hmm. They're not trying to be more conducive to you or anything like that.
Yep.
You gotta listen, you have to love yourself enough to know that this is not what's for you. If you really got a relationship with God, which is the most important, you should know that God wants better for you.
Ooh, good question. Good question. So, for someone says, sure feel like jail sometimes. Absolutely. Someone else said,
feel that way, man.
It shouldn't. It does though.
Feel that way, man.
If a woman wanted to sleep with another man, should her man compromise and accept it?
You asking for the hoochie daddies? Well, you want the real dude? My woman ain't cheating. Fuck no. She not cheating unless it's with me. Okay? Yeah, this is a group activity. Yeah, we both better get our cookies at the end of this shit. Shit, we could tell y'all some story. No, y'all have to pay for that. We gonna have to get a Patreon or some joint where y'all pay for the boy. I tell you, me and this girl right here, we done got some damn story where it was like, Lord have mercy, what did we just endure? You okay? Is that all right for you?
All right.
You all right? True, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
But
we have some stories.
To answer your question.
But you said the woman should compromise. So this is how
you have to compromise, even if it turns your stomach. Now, I get you don't want to share your partner with nobody else, but it's not so much about sharing your partner. It's more taking heed to what they're saying and asking you. Okay?
And I feel like if someone really comes to you and says, I want to sleep with someone else, I feel like they're saying that because there's something they want you to change and work on so they don't sleep with someone else.
See, but I feel like that's like a reverse threat kind of. Because it's like, if you already told me you want to smash homeboy, so now I got to be on top of you like, oh, who was you with? Was you around homeboy? Was you around homeboy? That's want to live in that type of anxiety. If you want to go do it, go do it. And I'm going to tell you right now, when that shit is whack, there's no coming back. I will never love you the same. That's a very hard question. It definitely. I will never love you the same. You will always be that smizzut.
Oh my gosh.
That could have been my queen. But you
Dr.
chose
Jamie
that.
said, "Easy y'all, easy y'all."
I'm just being real.
No, she was saying about when we said we got some stories.
Oh no! Out my wife. I know she's a professional, but what I'm just saying, like in any relationship, there's no outlandish requests. You know, we're supposed to sit there and talk on, build on that. You gotta understand. You know, what's wrong with a woman saying, you know, what are you attracted to about that girl? What do you like about it? It's her hair, it's her color, it's her energy.
I would say why. I'd be like, why do you want to sleep with this person? Because getting angry, what are you gonna do? I would feel some kind of way inside.
That's a natural reaction. That's a natural reaction. Because when you're committed to somebody, you want to protect what you have. Nobody wants to share what they are committed to. Yes. Okay, and that's another reason why the sneaky link is the only option out here. Okay, because if I get it, listen, no face, no case. If I get to smash,
no face,
I get a pass unless you don't know.
Don't use that. Don't use that. No face, no case.
I didn't invent that. It's been like that. You know what I'm saying? And me and my wife, we're a new generation where we're trying to figure out. Okay, a lot of people cheated in our history, in our world, and our significant others, people that we learn from. We're like, yo, we love each other so much. We love each other for God. God loves us together. Like, what's going to keep us together? Because I'm a real man.
Yes.
I'm not the average dude. I'm not going to be one of those dudes say, I'll never see another woman. My woman is my woman's the most beautiful woman in the world. But if I don't have a sense of value and I don't have something worth sacrificing for, I would not be sacrificing for her.
Yeah.
Half of y'all be smashing that looking on me right now. Like, he trying to act like he the realist. He know he was in my bed. No, I don't want to have that type of smut on my rep. I came a long way, okay? I done hung up my hoochie daddy shorts.
Hoochie daddy.
All right, you ain't gonna catch me out here.
Hoochie daddy shorts out there.
You ain't gonna catch me out here being fast and no grown woman face, and I got a whole enterprise and corporation and a woman that's faithful and loyal and gave me kids. Like, come on, I'm not stupid, you know. And yes, as a married man, I get tempted every day.
If your partner doesn't tell you the problem and just continues to cheat, that is something that's within them. There's nothing, you can't stop a person from doing what they want to do. You cannot stop a person from cheating. You cannot stop a person from cheating. If a person is going to cheat, they're going to do it regardless. Yeah. It has to be something that they want to not act upon.
It's something, like we said, it's selfish. So it's something that they feel like they are entitled to, that they're lacking.
Absolutely.
And if you get in the way of that, you're basically in the way of their happiness.
Absolutely.
Now, I get it. Nobody wants to share their mate, but you owe them as their partner to let them know this is not a prison sentence. Okay, you feel this type of way. What can we do to meet your needs? What can we do to meet your pleasure?
And then listen, if the person is not answering you, if they're leaving you on a string, if they just kind of act like they don't care, then you got to decide if you love yourself more than what this person is doing to you.
That's what it boils down to.
The moral of the question we asked for, you have to love yourself more than anything you're dealing with.
Absolutely.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Because if that love don't come from inside of you, it's always going to be something that he can't fix.
Absolutely.
It's always going to be something that she can't fix.
Absolutely.
She'll never be enough. He'll never be enough because it's you.
Absolutely.
You haven't gotten to a place in your life where you say, I deserve happiness. I deserve monogamy. Yeah. I trust that the urges that I have are fleeting.
Yeah.
But the love that I've established is lasting.
Yes, Dr. Jamie, give us the scenario real quick. And yes, Lord CJ, all the problems stem from their childhood. Absolutely. Childhood trauma is a real thing. People don't realize it. And whatever you went through in your childhood, your teens, young adult life, it stems into your relationship and your marriage.
It does, but society also encourages a lot of that. You got to realize a lot of our music, a lot of our entertainment, a lot of all of this attention is for negativity. Like I said, the song Act Bad, if you listen to the lyrics of that song, it's basically telling you, even if you're in a relationship, fuck it, you're in a party mode now. Sleep with that person, drink that shit, take that drug, do all of that. And you just basically straying away from everything that you built, everything that you love, everything that you trust. And the crazy thing is, you can't get that back because you can't fix what's wrong in you.
Yep.
You can blame your spouse all you want. He's boring. He's predictable. He never does this. He never buys me this, blah, blah, blah. When he does do it, it's still not enough. Yep. You're like, you should have done it sooner.
Yep.
Or I wanted something bigger.
What if the cheating was happening before me and still continued with me and during me?
Then if you really love that person, you need to get them enrolled in therapy and find out what kind of sexual trauma that they've been through in their past so that you can get them to start working on healing themselves so that type of trauma doesn't interfere with the healthy relationship you're trying to establish with that person. We've all been through something. We've all been through good and bad relationships.
Yep.
Like I said, a lot of times men have dealt with so much level of rejection coming up that once we finally find something that's stable, anything can pull us off that stable track because we never got coochie like that before. We never got interested like that. No one ever engaged in us like that. Now women want us. Now women want, they know my wife, but they still want to do this with me. You got to understand, men are still dealing with the rejection since they was 5 years old. So they have to love themselves enough to be like, man, you ain't worth it, man. My wife is not a sacrifice I'm worth sacrificing. You understand? Her peace of mind, her peace. Yeah. And listen, how's a wife going to want to be better for you if you constantly got her thinking that she's not good enough?
Yeah.
If you constantly telling her that you can't satisfy her, instead of showing her what satisfaction means.
Ooh.
Or turning her on to the point where she wants to try something different.
We got some good things.
Okay.
First one is
also
past toxic relationships affect promising new ones because the new boyfriend, girlfriend has to pay the price for the traumatic past from the dreaded ex. Absolutely. Time out. Stop, people. Stop making your new person, your current person, your husband, wife pay for the scars that your ex or your trauma made.
So it's the Mr. Wrong. So everything that Mr. Wrong did, now Mr. Right got to sit here and fix that bullshit.
If you are not healed within yourself, do not get into a relationship.
It ain't for you, folks.
And I'm not saying being completely well and okay, because no one's completely well and okay. But you need to be able to identify what's wrong with you.
Confront your
stuff. This hurt me. I was sexually abused. I was hurt. I was cheated on. I was raped. I was jumped. I was this. Money was stolen. My mother treated me like this. You need to work on yourself before bringing anyone else in because it's no one's responsibility to help you or fix you but you and God.
Or how about give us the whole story so we can work on a new chapter for you? We can't build new chapters for you when we don't know the whole story.
Listen.
We don't know what happened to you. We don't know why certain things trigger you.
Yes.
You have to communicate that stuff. You got to communicate that with your significant other. You ain't got to tell the world.
Yeah.
You ain't got to come on social media and tell everybody your business. But your significant other, the one that's in the trenches with you, the one that's in that relationship with you that you want to work so bad, you got to catch them up to what's going on in that mind of yours.
And let me tell you, I'm going to be transparent here. When I met my husband, right, I had just got out of an abusive relationship. Probably weeks before I met my husband, this person tried to kill me in front of my children. And I was so ashamed of telling Ra was my friend. We talked, right? I was ashamed of telling him what happened to me. I had scars on me. I had cigarette burn scars. And I would always try to hide them because I was afraid of what he would think. Does he think I'm crazy? Does he think I'm stupid? I was still mentally broken inside, but I had to let him know what I was going through because certain things I was very standoffish.
Yes.
I was afraid to be touched. I had to let him know that I'm broken right now.
Right.
I don't want a boyfriend. Me and you is cool.
I'm not ready for that love. I'm not ready for that new
I got
chapter.
2 babies. My babies were infants and a toddler. I'm broken. I'm still processing what I just went through.
Yeah.
So how did you handle that?
I want to kill that nigga.
How did you handle me? How did you handle me? Sorry.
I had to pretend like I didn't want to kill that Negro. Like I literally had to sit there and be a support. And I'm very reactionary. You know, you heard my mom, you heard my sister. I'm busting that ass. It's my first chance I get to you, I'm letting you have it. I always let people know I'm gonna get you before you get me. That's just how it is. Streets know what that is. When you tell somebody that, it ain't no but so much talk. It's on site. Mm-hmm. And I had to learn how to re-heal from trying to be her Superman and just be a man for her. You understand that? I wanted to rescue her from something that she could only rescue from herself.
Yes.
Until I understood that. And in watching her rescue herself, heal herself, become a new her, I fell even more in love with her. To see her champion that resiliency, to have forgiveness against somebody that would do that to her. Yeah. And to pray for the better for them, hoping they got help, instead of letting my ass go pull up on them at my earliest convenience. You see what I'm saying? That took a lot. That was a real heavy lesson for both of us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Letting go and let God is a hard thing to do. Yeah. As much as we love God, as much as we believe in God, as much as we know God is responsible for all the things that work and don't work.
Realist was your Boaz blessing
Had
from
to
God.
let go.
Yes, he was, cuz. Yes, he was. I have another big question here. Husband is verbally, emotionally abusive to wife and child, but he is not a cheater. When is enough abuse? When is abuse enough?
You want to get on that, Doc? I'm gonna let you go because that shit. I'm hot and sweaty by the time I done let know. We done got past the hour mark. This is a juicy one. You know we gotta go home. I mean, you know we gotta get to bed.
So what I can say to that, you gotta know when enough is enough for you. I'm big on not telling anyone to ever leave a relationship. That has to be something when enough is enough in your heart and when you're ready to separate from that. I'm going to be honest with you. A person who's verbally and emotionally and physically abused and all of that, they do not just change overnight. That's an abusive personality. Either they witnessed abuse as a child, or they were abused as a child. They witnessed domestic violence,
and you perpetuate that cycle. That's like a generational curse almost. You know, that cycle. Instead of healing and addressing it, that person may not even know that that's doing that to you because he can't stop.
Exactly.
Or she can't stop.
You don't know the detriment that is doing to the children. That is I tell people, I was upset and I was like, oh my gosh, why did I have kids with this person? Why would I do this? Why would I do that? Knowing, but once I started healing, I realized my children saved my life because I knew I had to fight.
Amen.
And I had to live for them, because if I didn't have them, I probably would have just gave up and died.
Thank God
I would have gave up and died. So, and I knew at the time I had already had a bachelor's. I was in school for my master's. I knew the effects of abuse on a kid. I said, I refuse to let my kids go through this. And let me tell you guys something so funny. My husband, the testament. When I went through this, my son, he was only 7 to 8 months. So in my mind, I'm like, he doesn't remember. But for the first few years of his life, any man that came near me, he would start flipping out.
Except for me. I was the only one that he liked. He was a little willful with me, but it wasn't as much as everybody else.
Like if anyone hugged me, my son would just, like, and I didn't realize how him being there and witnessing what happened to me as a baby affected him. So to answer your question, abuse is enough. Abuse is enough from the first incident. That's when it should be enough. But you got to decide when you're ready to leave the situation for yourself.
Can I give an aside to your comment when you finish? Because
yes.
I feel like I have a little bit of merit to give to this from just from a different from a male perspective.
Okay.
Because men are very verbally abusive, especially if we come up in a home where our mothers, allowed that, or when they were frustrated, they told us that, like, you ain't shit. Like we internalize that. So getting hurt from someone that loves you verbally, when you find somebody you love, you essentially do the same thing when you get into a situation of conflict or confusion.
Yes.
What I would say in that situation specifically, where this guy is verbally abusing you in front of your children, as you say, I think the best thing to do is to confront him with his children. I think the best way is to sit down and have a talk with that kid that's been, that you share, and say, how do you feel when daddy curses at mom? The kid, being a kid, depending on the age, they're not going to say much. Either I don't like it, it's bad. No. That type of feedback from your child is going to change your trajectory when it comes to that abuse verbally. Mm-hmm. And it might not completely alleviate it, but when he goes in, he's going to think about his kid's reaction to it.
Kind of. Depends on the man. If he's abusive to the kids, he may not care.
We all have hearts, man. A lot of us sometimes can't deal in our relationship, but when it comes to us as a father, we have a different avenue of emotion. We have a different connection, especially for us to have daughters. We don't want to put any of our daughters through anything that we put a woman through in our past. Mm-hmm. Good, bad, and different. The worst dude in the world still has a princess that he wants to protect. So what I would say, or a son or a prince that he wants to raise in a better image of himself, I would say you got to really get the kids involved in that, because you're a family unit. Him cursing at you is like him cursing at the kids. And until you guys get some kind of understanding or accountability behind that abuse, it's not going to change or deter his behavior. Yeah. It's already accepted by you. His kid can't do nothing about it. He don't care, so he's going to keep doing it. But if you know your kid has a problem with it, you're going to be a lot more mindful about doing that in front of your children.
Yes, very true. And guys, I know we went over the hour. This is intense. We have to do a part 2 and 3
on this one, boy. That was a
lot. It was a lot.
That was pretty heavy, man. But I'm glad we got into it for the real ladies. I respect all you queens that are holding on to your loyalty in a relationship or not. Yeah. Love yourself first and foremost, okay? You look so beautiful. There's nothing better than a woman that's feeling herself. When I tell you that's the most attractive thing to a man, whether we a bum or a rich dude. We see that type of woman loving herself, taking care of herself, not with the bonnet, not with the head wrap. Let's get that head done. We ain't talking about throwing a weave and shit like that, but wrap that thing up in a cute little bun and all that, and remind us how cute you are. Remind yourself of how cute you are.
Absolutely.
You got to have those type of things, man. We only going to be as happy as you are with yourself.
Yes.
That's when you really shine. Yes. When you know a woman is happy with herself, she look beautiful, beautiful. That's when dudes is out there like, oh, man, what he got that got her shining like that? I bet you I can take her from him. You know what I'm saying? That's another level when she shut him down. Like, nah, you ain't invited to this party. Yeah. So it all, we always reinforce this lesson.
Yeah.
This is our real solution for most things. Love yourself.
Love yourself.
Get into what love is about. Yes. Figure out what hurt you. Go into that dark place that you said don't exist, and say, you know what? This doesn't define me.
Yep.
This happened to me.
It doesn't define who I am.
But this does not define who I am. And I'm not going to let this toxic past keep me from having this healthy relationship with my future husband, with my future significant other, with my future wife.
Yep.
You got to stop blocking it. Like last week, you got to stop blocking your own blessings with your own, I can figure it out and work it out on myself. And start giving these guys credit. Listen, I might not be pulling $100,000, but if I go take my kids to the park and I bring them back and they all right, come on, give us props for that.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? You know how many women like, I don't want no, I don't let my kids call him on Father's Day because he don't give us nothing.
Dr.
Come
Jamie
on,
said,
man.
Last question. Please let me know when.
Oh, Jamie on it today. You on it? Yeah. Hoochie daddy for life. I'm sorry. I am not a hoochie daddy. I
Listen, like we said, I want everyone, men and women, if you're in a bad place, if you've been hurt, whether it's abuse, whether it's substance abuse, whether it's cheating, infidelity, whatever it is, I want you to sit. No one deserves to be hurt and unhappy.
You deserve that. You deserve happiness
You
as well.
deserve happiness. I want you to think, do you love yourself more than what you're going through?
Ooh, that's powerful.
Do you love yourself more than what you're going through?
Yes, ladies. Yes, queens. Rise, queens. Rise, kings. Let's elevate. Let's elevate.
Than what you're going through. And if you feel like you want to make the relationship work, and let me tell you something. People always project things on people. Oh, they're abusive. They're narcissistic. They're not sexy enough. They don't make enough money. They don't look good. Sometimes you're just not compatible.
Yeah.
Because they may be narcissistic to you, but the person who's their soulmate, they don't act like that.
They don't even get into that level with
They may put their hands on you, but when they find their soulmate, they be different.
Yeah.
With you, they may be a bum, but they find their soulmate, they become a business owner. And don't feel bad like, what's wrong with me? Some people's spirits are not compatible, whether you have kids or not.
That's right.
That person was there just to bring those children to the earth for God's purpose.
That's right.
Some people, I'm going to repeat this again. Sometimes you are just not compatible with the person you're with. And that is okay.
But love yourself enough to know. And not stay in that place. It's okay. For my single folks, you can't find somebody that's into you. That's okay. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process. You get to go out. You get to see people. You get to come on.
Side note.
Next date don't gotta be
people that are dating, and you try to go after the guy that looks like this, the bad guy, the this, and it's not working out. Stop going after the same guy. You need to go after the one that you may think that you don't like, because that's the one that may be your husband.
Because the one that ain't your type might be Mr. Right. Yes. Okay, you keep telling that's not my type. That's not my type. How you got a type and you alone?
Time out. I have to.
How you got a type?
I gotta break this down real quick. I met my husband, right? He was my first off. I didn't even like light-skinned guys, okay? I didn't even like it, right? When he approached me, I was looking at him like,
baby. I broke the mold.
Are you a patient here? Okay.
She did try to play me out, though.
She
was like, you don't have keys. I was like,
we met at work.
I don't have keys.
Okay. And I was like, and I thought he was mad corny because to me, in my 24-year-old mind,
I was too clean,
he was dressed in a suit. He had his little glasses on.
I don't know who else you met in a suit, but I had a polo.
Sorry.
And some khakis on.
Sorry, he was
with
dressed.
A pair of Jordans.
He was dressed.
Like I normally do.
All right, he was dressed more professional than I was used to at that time. And I was like, I don't even like light-skinned guys who looks mad corny. I don't think I'm going to talk to him. And then this is.
But you know what? Even though she thought and said that, like a lot of women out here in society, okay, believe the hype, the energy and the connection that we had. Little things like looking her in the eye and talking. Guys, you don't understand how powerful eye contact is.
Yes.
People resent when somebody's looking all around the place. And these are a lot of these dates that people are like, he didn't look at my face. He was on his phone the whole time.
Yes.
No. If you really love somebody, look in them eyes.
Yes.
Look in them eyes and say, you know what? I'm feeling you. You feel it too? It's okay to be like that.
Oh, we're getting to another topic, boo.
It's okay.
You gotta go to bed. All right, guys, listen, we're gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up.
We'll do part 2 next week. Guys,
I don't know about all that, but like I said, we want to really put it out there, and we understand, and we have a lot of empathy as well as sympathy for those that are trying to find their significant others, and they keep running into Mr. Wrong or Mr. Right or whatever the case is. But you got to understand, God is not going to bring something that you're not prepared for. He's not going to waste somebody else's time with you when he knows you're not ready for this person.
Absolutely.
So really take heed of who you are and where you are in life, and figure out what makes you happy.
Yes.
You can't even consider someone else making you happy until you know
you're happy within yourself. Absolutely.
So we're gonna leave it on that note.
Yes, peace, love,
beautiful.
Happiness, love yourself.
We enjoy y'all. Keep liking, support, and follow.
Hoochie Daddy shorts.
And some dudes ain't gonna retire the Hoochie Daddy shorts, man. They gonna act dad as much as they can.
We love you. We love each other.
We do.
Yes, right?
And this is a wrap.
This is a wrap. Good night, guys.
Good night. You must smooch.
Night.
Shout out to the hoochie daddies from the world. Redo.
Yes, right? All right, 31.